I was wondering, like, who the heck Ron Paul could actually find as a vice president, because he's so, one of a kind. And some people said that he was mentioning a couple of people, and one of them was this guy, last name being Williams, who is a economics university professor at George Mason University. Mm-hmm. He's also black.
Walter Williams.
Yes.
He is a Nobel Prize winner in economics.
Oh.
Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong, all you YouTubers out there. I believe that is correct. I believe he does have a Nobel Prize in economics. I, in fact, encourage my daughter, who's a business major at George Mason, to try to get into one of his courses. Okay, because basically he does have good, sound economic policies and thoughts, even though I have never heard Walter Williams say abolish the Federal Reserve System. Okay, I've listened to him. He's actually a substitute host for Rush Limbaugh. I think very highly of him. I've heard him speak on the radio, and I think he'd make a great running mate for any Republican, actually, who was nominated. He's a very sharp guy, believes in free market capitalism, believes in a laissez-faire approach. Essentially, myself as a conservative, I have libertarian leanings. I do think there is a practicality and an electability factor and a matter, of choosing someone who you believe can go all the way and win an election. And in that sense, I do have some questions about Ron Paul's mass appeal over the entire United States. But let me say that I do pretty much believe with the statement that Barry Goldwater made at the Republican convention in 1964, where he said, I want the government out of my wallet, out of my bedroom, and off my back. Off my back meaning regulations, rules, and laws. Out of the wallet and out of the bedroom might seem strange for a Republican, given the assent of the moral majority under Ronald Reagan and the predilection of some Republican candidates to really want to legislate morality from Washington, D.C. But I actually think that in the 2008 election, a good portion of the crop of candidates we have are not looking to do that. I don't think Ron Paul will be looking to do that either. So I do think, in closing, let me say, I do think Ron Paul has some great ideas. And I'd like to see him get out there, and I'd like to see those ideas promulgated. Certainly, we need a lot less bureaucracy in Washington. Government needs to be smaller. I do think we need a strong defense establishment, a CIA, and an FBI. These are some departments I think that Ron Paul might do away with. I think that for our own national and mutual security, we need to have the type of muscle and strength we need to protect ourselves from these foreign threats. So in that sense, Ron Paul and I basically part ways. However, he has some good economic ideas, and he has some good general libertarian ideas in terms of getting government out of our lives. Just as an aside, and I have to laugh, this thought just came into our head. I want the government out of my bathroom. Now, what do I mean by that? My wife is laughing here. Some of you might know, who are followers of politics, there is a federal government law that mandates the size of the flush tank on our toilets. Come on, Ron. Let's go up to 1 gallon per flush now. That'd be a good place to start.
Ron Paul has a quote of saying that if the founding fathers knew that they were debating sex education in the classroom, they'd be rolling in their grave, debating that in the Congress.
Yes, they probably would.
Yeah. And just like toilets. Yeah.
Congress has a lot more important things to do and a lot fewer things to do to have effective and efficient government.